Now, this is the most crucial step in securing an internship, so you want to listen to this. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, the best place to build your tech career and have fun along the way. On Tuesdays, I upload makeup and lifestyle videos, and on Fridays, I upload tech and career related videos. Today, I'm so excited to share with you how to get an internship with no experience. So whether you're in high school, you're in college, or maybe you want to explore a career field that you have not already worked in, we will go through 10 steps that I guarantee will lead you to more professional opportunities and high-paying jobs. Also, I have a few exciting announcements to share with you, so make sure you watch this video to the end and subscribe for more career-related content. Now with that, let's get started. The first professional step that you should take is to write a resume. I actually have a video on how to write a winning resume where I go in depth on the different sections of the resume, which include the header, education, professional experience, academic achievements or awards, leadership and extracurricular activities, and technical skills. Now, because of the nature of this video, if you do not have professional experience, I suggest that you write down relevant projects. So maybe you're someone who's in computer science and there have been some programming assignments or coding projects that you've worked on during a semester, and I would represent that on your resume. So you can say what the project was, what skills you used, and that is a professional example of the skills that you have. In my video, I actually give an example resume, so that may be helpful to you if you feel overwhelmed, like you're not sure what to do. You can also search online for sample resumes of the specific discipline that you are trying to pursue. So I know for me, I looked up software engineering resumes, and that's kind of what I went off of. But keep in mind these key sections, and just because one section you may not have a lot of things to write down doesn't mean that you can't have information and valuable skills in a different section of the resume. So with that, check out that video for a little bit more on that, and let's move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is to set up professional profiles. If you haven't heard of it already, LinkedIn is probably one of the biggest social platforms specifically for professional development. So you can go on LinkedIn, create a profile for yourself, and from there you can add your resume, you can add skills, you can add experiences, and you can even connect with different people and they can give you endorsements. It's a whole platform and there's a lot of content on it, which requires a whole other video to go into. These profiles eliminate half the work because when these companies find you and ask you to apply for something, it's probably because you already fit the role. So you're already kind of at an advantage because you are being asked to apply to something where someone has already viewed what your profile says and thinks you would fit the job. And so this kind of thing can work for you in a very effective way and save you a lot of time on applying for internships. I'll also mention that if you're in college, a lot of times schools have their own platform to help students find careers and network. And I know, for example, my university had Handshake, and so students can make a profile on Handshake, and that's a really easy way for different companies to recruit students and hire students for internships and full-time jobs. Step number 3 is to network. Networking is crucial because if you don't have job experience yet, you need an interpersonal connection to give you some sort of advantage in getting hired by that company. And networking could be with your professors, your classmates, your relatives, your neighbors, or it could be going to conferences, going to hackathons, and different clubs that you're in. A lot of times there's an alumni network with different clubs that you join, so you'll be able to get in touch with working professionals, and if you already have your profile set up, you can add them on LinkedIn and you can connect with them there. But always I suggest email people. Emailing is a super effective way to get someone's attention, especially in the digital world that we're living in. Another good idea for networking is to join Facebook Facebook groups. So you can explore Facebook groups based on your interests. I belong to specific Facebook groups that are for women in technology. You can explore ones that are for mechanical engineering or dental students or medical school students, and people will share their experiences, give their advice, and you learn a lot by joining those groups. And you can also be able to network and find different internships and job opportunities through that. Step number 4 is to do your research. I always did Google searches for potential internships, and I harnessed the power of the internet to find different jobs and internships in a specific location. Nowadays, we'll probably be looking for remote opportunities, and so when you're applying and thinking about applying to internships, you should keep in mind what's important to you. So obviously what you're interested in, so you want to be searching for something that you want to work in and that you're qualified for. And then also, is this something that gives you a consistent work schedule? Is it something that gives you a reasonable pay? Do you have to commute? Is it okay? Is it flexible work from home? So you want to make sure you do your research, and also when they have their different listings and descriptions of the job that you want to apply for, you should tweak your resume to make sure that you can reflect those skills. And it's okay if you don't have all the skills, but if you don't have even just one of the skills, it's probably not worth applying to. You want to apply to things that you have a chance of making it through and actually achieving that internship and job. So definitely do your research. Step number 5 is to apply, and then apply some more. You want to make sure that your application is submitted, and you can always send follow-up emails saying, hey, I just wanted to make sure my application is in. This internship is really important to me. That's always good. Don't feel like you're nagging anybody, because believe me, if this is a really awesome internship, there's already people that are sending emails, asking questions, and trying to get their name to be something that people remember and think of, and that can be what gets their foot in the door. So I would say be sure to apply, and then depending on the deadline and when you are supposed to find out, make sure you send some follow-up emails to make sure that everything went through, because you don't want to be sitting there spending so much time on your application, submit it, only to find out that something didn't go through correctly or something was missing from your application. So keep that in mind for these internship applications. Step number 6 is to prepare for your interview. Now, this is the most crucial step in securing an internship, so you want to listen to this. In my experience as a software engineering intern, I did have to do multiple interviews, and yes, they are stressful, but don't worry, a week from today I will be posting a video on how to survive technical interviews. This is something that a lot of people dread and get scared of, and I know for me it was a source of stress and definitely made me lose some sleep over it. But there are ways to prepare to make sure that you feel confident and that you can do your best. And so there are technical interviews, which I'll cover next week. There's also interpersonal interviews. So these interviews could be investigating what you've done on your resume, your personality, whether you're the right fit for a team. Are you collaborative? Do you work better in a group? Do you work better as a leader? So depending on what job you're applying for and the nature of, is it with a team or is it independently, interpersonal interviews will come into play as well. So be sure to prepare for your interview. Step number 7 is to respect deadlines. For me, I'm someone who struggles with procrastinating, so there have been times when I've waited until the last minute to submit an application, and sometimes that's fine. Other times there are jobs that if they've reached a certain capacity of applications, they will stop accepting applications. And sometimes the sites will post this and sometimes they won't. So it's always good to email if you're really passionate about something and you want to spend a lot of time on the application. It's always good to send a quick email asking them, like, is this deadline for sure? Or if there's too much flow of applicants, is the deadline going to be, adjusted and moved up for that? Because the worst thing is that you spend all this time and then turns out too many people already applied and you can't even finish the application. So respect deadlines. The other aspect you should respect a deadline is if you apply to 2 different jobs. So say you have 2 internships or jobs on the table and one really wants you, they want you right now, they want you to sign something very quickly so that you can come on board and join the team. Now, this other internship you might kind of like a little bit more. Maybe it's a little bit higher pay or something, but they haven't given you an answer yet. And this one over here is trying to tell you like, hey, we need to know really quickly because we want to get this going, right? It's the recruiter's job to get people to sign contracts so that they can be doing their job as a recruiter. So they really do want to secure the people that they want. And so you should definitely email this place right here saying, hey, I actually need a decision sooner. If that's possible, can you let me know if I've been accepted or rejected? Thank you so much. So definitely be mindful of deadlines when you apply for internships. Step number 8 is to send thank you emails and connect with the people that you meet through your work profile, such as LinkedIn. So, depending on what kind of process your application is, you will meet a series of different people along the way. So first you might meet the recruiter, then you might meet an interviewer, then you might meet a manager, and then maybe a mentor. So all of these people along the way, depending on how far you get or don't get, it's really kind and thoughtful to send a thank you email, and it's really simple to do. So I suggest you do that because it builds good, strong connections for later on in life. And even if you don't get an opportunity right away, if it's a company, say Google or Microsoft, that you've dreamt of working for your entire life, if you don't get that opportunity right away, it's okay. But if it allows you to meet people that work in that company, that's more people that can help you later on if you still want to pursue working at that company. So make sure you send your thank yous and connect with the people that you meet. Step number 9 is to respond and follow up with the company whether you do or do not get the internship. If you do get the internship, there's potential for negotiations. Maybe you need a more flexible schedule, maybe you want a little bit more pay. It's always good to send emails and justifications for what you want so that you can communicate effectively with your future employer. Now, if you don't get your internship, it can be helpful to send emails asking, hey, I'd really like to know why I wasn't the right fit for this position. They can tell you if there was a specific skill that you need to work on, or maybe there's just something that wasn't the right fit for that company, and you can understand that and hopefully not internalize it so much. Because yes, this process can be scary and stressful, and also it can take a toll on your confidence, and it's something that these skills develop over time, and you shouldn't expect yourself to get hired by the biggest company and have the highest paying internship or the highest paying job right away. It takes time to be able to showcase your skills and develop your skills, and I think that if you follow these other steps, it will help you with your professional journey and make you more successful in your future. That brings us to step number 10, the last and final step, is that if you need any additional help, feel free to ask me. You can comment your questions down below. I also just started a Facebook group called the Technology Career Community, so be sure to join that group if you want to help build your tech career and take it to the next level. And I also have a Facebook page for Liz Victoria so that you can stay updated with my video posts and my uploads, and you can also follow me on Instagram. Liz_Victoria_YT is my handle. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's been a little over a week since I've uploaded, but I wanted to take the time to create quality content for you. I also updated my banner and channel art. That's because I am committed to having a consistent upload schedule for you for this year. So on Tuesdays, I will be doing makeup and lifestyle videos, and on Fridays, I will be doing tech, career, and comp sci related videos. And I am just so excited to be able to have a set time of upload, 12 p.m. Eastern. And my other announcement was that I'm so excited about this new Facebook group so that I can connect with you guys even more. So with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and a wonderful weekend ahead, and I will see you on Tuesday.